All right, today we're going to be talking about buttons, but not these kinds of buttons. We're going to be talking about these kinds of buttons on a controller. Let's start with the X button. The X button, you might be able to find here on a Super Nintendo controller. You'll notice it's on the upper part of the controller. But down here, if we scroll to the Xbox, look, it's also a blue button, the X button, but it's right there. And they also added a second X button right there that does something completely different. Now, if we go over here, this X button, also blue, is now at the bottom of the controller. Let's look at Nintendo's X button up here, also up here. Now let's talk about the C button. The Switch 2 added the C button, which just kind of takes you into a menu to be able to chat with people. But keep in mind, Nintendo already had count them, four C buttons at one point in time. This was their way to counteract the Genesis that had one singular C button. Now, it all doesn't make sense. They all have an X, they all have a Y. Well, they don't all have a Y because Sony wanted to do triangles and other shapes and things, but they still kept an X there just to make it extra confusing. The Y button here, you'll notice it's right at the top, it's yellow, but right here, it's on the left, it's green. And look, it's green again up here, but now it's back on the top. And something you've probably caught up on right now is look at these colors, right? Red, blue, yellow, green. Red, blue, yellow, green. All these controllers somehow have a completely different configuration of these colors. Sony, again, being the pranksters they are, they decided to omit yellow and go for purple instead. And then I was thinking, oh, would it be a cool Easter egg if maybe the Windows logo and the Microsoft buttons lined up in the same configuration? But if you can see, if we're to scroll it up here, it's not. And somehow it's a completely different configuration than any of the other buttons.